So I'm in the middle of Tennessee, in Jamestown, with my family, visiting some friends, and like most people, I'm looking on Google to see what's around, what kind of restaurants, what kind of stores, just things to do. And of course, I look for motocross tracks, and I come across R3 Motoworx in Jamestown. Now, Jamestown, Tennessee is a very small town. It only has about 800 people who live in it, and there's a facility here that I just have to go check out now. So stay tuned, let's see what they have. Let's go check out the tracks, check out the facilities, and hopefully talk to some of the staff. So I'm out here at R3 Motoworx in Jamestown. This is a pretty cool track. It is family owned, family operated, literally on the family's property. They bought the house about 27, 30 years ago or so, put on a couple tracks, and have just been growing since. They opened to the public about 7 years ago, and they've had a couple track builders come out. They've done some changes in the last 7 years. I believe the owner said that the current track that was built by 402. Awesome track builder, and let me tell you, it does look cool. The layout looks nice, it looks safe, it's not intimidating. I'm hoping I can get somebody to throw my GoPro on their helmet so we can get some ride footage, but this track looks super cool for being in the middle of nowhere. Definitely impressed. There is a 30-person starting gate at the main track. It doesn't look like the gates have been used in a bit, but that doesn't mean that it can't. So I'm hoping that they do some racing out here. Seems like a great track for racing. There's a lot of places to stand up and spectate. There's a lot of good parking. They also do allow camping here. They have electrical hookups for RVs, and then they even have some with water hookups. They do charge extra for the camping, obviously, so reach out to them if you have questions about pricing or if they have open spacing. But it looks like a great place to camp. Look at all that property back there too. One really cool thing is that they have a full service shop here. So this building right here is where you check in. It's full service in the sense that they actually have parts in stock too. They have tires, chains, tubes, handlebars, grips, jerseys, boots, whatever you might need, they have it here. And they can work on your bikes. Behind the shop is a service shop. So they can do oil changes, they can do top end fixes. If you have an issue while you're at the track, they're happy to help you do that. Obviously they do charge for those types of things, but it's good to see that they're out there supporting the riders and they're able to get them back on the track if something were to happen. Definitely cool. And there are also bathrooms in that building. So running water, hot water, cold water. Always good to have access to good water, not just porta potty, so cool for them to do that. So this is one of the coolest things I've seen. They have a mister set up to cool people off. Shade is very limited here, so when you come out, bring a pop-up tent. That way you have a place to hide from the sun. It doesn't get as hot as it does in Texas, but it can get pretty warm, so bring a pop-up. A lot of the jumps are like this one. They're very safe. A little bit of a step down can clear it if you're going fast enough, but you don't need to clear it. You can be safe if you're rolling it. There's some that are step ups, some that are step downs, but they're all pretty much tabletops, which is great. It's not very intimidating. I read some reviews on their Facebook page, people saying that as a first-time rider, you can come out here and be comfortable, or you can be like this guy. So the layout's pretty self-explanatory. You've got the main track when you first pull in, you can't miss it. And then past the main track, towards the back of the property, there is a kiddie track, or a pit bike track. That pit bike track looks awesome. Really high berms, not a lot of jumps, good for kids to get out there and ride, but also fun for adults on 110s, 50s, whatever we have. But then they also have this little trail system right here in the middle. It's kind of like a turn track, but what I've seen it used for most today is kids out there. It's always great to get kids out there on bikes, so encouraging them on a safe place is awesome. Safe.